Happy Halloween, everybody! Although something bad happened today, which I guess was kind of expected, that drone video apparently from those Rotor Riot guys got into the news and yep, it's negative press again. Although there was some interesting stuff there in terms of notes, in terms of what they claimed they were using, and to my knowledge they took down the video at this moment. Although I was thinking of going to this Halloween event. It's kind of around the area where I think they shot, so I thought maybe if I can drop by I can see what it's like and show you guys as well, for those that aren't around here in the area. Oh man, the light's dying really fast. Okay, I believe this is kind of the vicinity where they were flying, because according to all the news it says it was the Alex Fraser Bridge. Although according to this in the Transport Canada map, you can actually fly here, like where I am anyways, and according to this, technically you could up there too, but it's a matter of the traffic, but I'll get into the details a little later. I think first maybe I'll capture some footage just before the light dies, and I'll continue talking about what happened on the news and everything like that. Okay, some quick flight. Hope I got some interesting shots. The sunset actually looked really fantastic. Guess they did one with the filter and one without. Such a huge difference in terms of the looks. For that quick question, for some of you that said you weren't getting the notifications for some reason, like just one time, I believe when it comes to YouTube anyways, you have to click on that little bell if you want updates every time. Otherwise it just does it randomly, like it notifies you sometimes only. So it's kind of interesting. Again, on the Transport Canada map anyways, it says you can technically fly here, like in this area, as long as you're flying, for example, something like the small, like the Mavic Pro as an example. So in that sense, they weren't right in Vancouver. Like that, I would say, like, what the heck? But that didn't basically get them off the hook. But just in general, in terms of the news, yeah, they made headlines here. Like here it says, Delta police looking into video of drone diving around the Alex Fraser Bridge, which was this bridge here that I captured. And I'm just kind of walking down there just to kind of see if I can kind of notice where they were, that you guys can see too. Now, unfortunately, this wasn't positive press. It says here, it was flying along the suspension cables, plummeting down pillar and parallel to cars only meters away, heading across one of the busiest bridges in the lower mainland. Police in Delta are looking over a video posted to YouTube late last week showing a drone flying around the Alex Fraser Bridge. Charlene Brooks with Delta Police tells City that there's a major collision if the person's flying a drone loses control. It's distraction, if nothing else. If they fly it low enough or if they lose control, it could hit a vehicle. And Brooke adds, if your drone hits a car, you could be fined up to $3,000. That's kind of funny how they say if it hits a car, because to my understanding with the regulations, it's just flying around the car in general, like a moving one anyways, within 30 meters. It says the video has posted by a group called itself Rotor Riot, which hasn't commented, and to my knowledge they've taken the video down at this point. That wasn't the only one. Like a bunch of other media outlets, they basically report, like this one says, drone bridge diving stunt in BC posted on YouTube. Again, the same thing, but this one actually had some different information about, I guess, who flew the drone and what they were flying. Because remember, we were wondering whether or not they had an SFOC. Apparently, according to this report, they said they didn't have one, but they alleged that they were flying a less than 250 gram drone. You knew this was going to happen to people referencing the drone laws because of that. And it says here, in the spring, Canada's Minister of Transport, Mark Garneau, introduced new laws that ban recreational drone flights. So according to this anyways, it says Transport Canada is going to review this now, not only the police. I mean, it says here, a spokeswoman for Transport Canada, Marie-Anne Cote, is that how you pronounce it, said they would look into the matter. And it goes on further to say, Transport Canada is aware of this event and is reviewing the video footage. So everyone's gonna be, I guess, following up to see what's going on. And according to this anyways, it says they actually tried to contact someone, like on the Rotor Riot, and it said someone involved with the video or something like that said they were flying a drone that was less than 250 grams, so they didn't have to register it. I'm thinking, really? You have a less than 250 gram drone to fly something like that? Like, building quadcopters for racing isn't my expertise, but even for me, I was thinking of trying to get one just for footages, and even I have a hard time trying to find one that's less than 250 grams with a good camera. I mean, does anyone else kind of see whether or not that's true or false in terms of what they fly? Because it sounds like a lot of you actually watch their videos. Do they even fly less than 250 gram drones usually? I'd be inclined to say, if you have a less than 250 gram drone, why aren't you selling it? There's so many people in Canada that would buy it, so I'm a little skeptical on that point. But I believe this is kind of the area where they were around. You guys want to see what it was like. They could have been on the other side, but I think it was here because I remember seeing the two dome shapes in the building. And again, according to those news reports anyways, they said they contacted the person there and they said it was under 250 grams as I guess the scapegoat to say, hey, I don't need like to register for an SFOC or anything like that. And actually I was thinking about that because one of you guys commented how that company, they sell stuff like that, like drones parts I guess. So I was a little confused. Were they just people creating videos, for example, for fun, just to show the hobby and all that? Or is it a company that sells merchandise where they hired those guys to fly it so they can sell more merchandise? Because in that sense, to my understanding, it doesn't matter if you fly a 250-gram drone or whatever, they're clearly a commercial company, so they're kind of stuck, honestly, if that's the case. But that didn't take a long time for the mainstream media to pick it up, right? If you guys want, this is the news report that I saw.
Good morning. Police are reviewing new video that has been posted on YouTube involving a drone dangerously flying over one of the busiest bridges in Metro Vancouver.
New video released on Friday on the outskirts of Vancouver. This drone is seen hurtling down the pillar of the Alex Fraser Bridge with full traffic in flow. If one of those small drones hit a vehicle as it was moving, the consequences could be catastrophic.
The potential for a collision is significant if they lose control of the drone. It's a distraction, if nothing else, if they fly it low enough, or like I say, if they lose control and if it were to hit the vehicle. Ultimately, they could be facing fines of up to $3,000. Now, if they are operating a business and it's a business venture, it could be upwards of $15,000.
Attempts were made to reach Rotor Riot for an interview, but we didn't get a response. However, an individual affiliated with the group did say that the drone used in the video was under 250 grams and therefore didn't need a license from the Ministry of Transport. However, if a drone hit my vehicle and the windscreen at over 70 kilometers an hour on a bridge, well, that's enough to put me off my driving.
I know some of you guys said they do it all the time too, in terms of, I guess, generating the controversy, so that's a little unfortunate if that was the case, that they did it just for the publicity and all that. Because ultimately in the end, like for stuff like that, I think the hobby needs stuff like that in terms of fast adrenaline stuff, because that's the way to make the hobby more, I guess, appealing to the younger people, for example, or people just want to get into the hobby, because let's face it, most people, they want to see something fast and exciting, like to get them into the hobby. Maybe not afterwards, but it's a good start. Kind of like martial arts, like I say. That's why people, when they do exhibitions, they always do the board breaking, the spin kicks and everything like that. Like, who wants to see like forms and stuff usually? People usually want to see the action stuff. But it's unfortunate they kind of chose this route to actually do that. I mean, for things like getting spectacular shots, even if I don't fly really fast, I mean, for me, I would love to, for example, fly over the bridge and get like some awesome shots of the cars and stuff going upwards in the sunset, but I just can't, just because of the regulation. I mean, in my opinion, I shouldn't be doing that, even as great as it is to look at the shot. Like, that's just the way it is right now with the regulations, so I hope people actually help in terms of improving it before just going all crazy like that. On my way to that event too. Maybe you'll see some trick-or-treaters on the way. One of my friend was joking, tomorrow's actually Halloween for the adults because every store is going to try to clear all the Halloween candy they couldn't sell. What the heck? There's snow here? Okay, they're actually warning there might be snow later in the week just because it's so cold too. That's why I decided to check out to see what it's like.
Hey, everybody push back and let her go. Oh, careful. No.
Yeah, there's the word free.
From the beginning of the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, you're doing so good. Last one. From the beginning, here we go. 1. Out and nice work.
There's a gun. There's a shooter.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
On the way.
Up to it! Walk up to it! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! You're almost there! Oh, stick it! Lower! Hey!
Say Happy Halloween! Are you ready? On 1, on 2, on 3.
So might be back.
Oh, come on, guys! Are you ready? On 1, on 2, on 3. Happy Halloween! That's much better.
That's two. Okay, last one.
Hey, never kill one. I'm gonna shoot it.
Oh, 2 at a time? Oh, last
You're not scared? Why not?
I know you're wearing a costume. I can feel that.
How do you know that?
Because I can see you.
Well, you're very smart.
On 2, on 3. Happy Halloween! Look at that. The bird has vanished and look. She's changed into my bunny, everybody. This is Snowball the Bunny Rabbit. This is the world's biggest water gun. This is the world's biggest super soaker. I bought it at Toys R Us, and I'm just gonna shower you with happiness on this Halloween night. Woohoo!
It's a bit stuck on the top.
Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the show!
Sorry, we didn't know we were starting.
Something strange. Come with us and you will see. It's all Halloween. This is Halloween. It's free.
Rather be in front of a fire juggler or a drone? makes you think of all the things that we do for just entertainment that are quote dangerous, we're willing to be around, yet for some things that aren't as dangerous, we freak out. Well, hopefully, you know, things improve for the better. Anyways, see you guys later.